Ciao friends! In this video we will talk about the function for computing the linear regression in DAX. We have two functions, LineST and LineSDX, but these two functions are particular because they return multiple values. And in order to do that, they return a table, and in order to consume the different arguments we need, usually in a formula, in a measure, to display a line in a chart, we have to extract different values with a technique using select columns. So it's something unusual that we never seen in other DAX functions, so it deserves a video, and now let's start with the demo. The linear regression is a function we usually use in chart. For example, we have a line chart where we have the average price by line quantity. So depending on the quantity amount we have in each transaction, we can have a different price. And of course, we are considering the average price for all the transactions, whereas probably you will have in your particular report a slicer selecting a product category or a product model or a product name. Now, we are not interested into the interaction now, just in the calculation. How can we obtain in this chart the linear regression, which is a line that basically applies the linear regression formula that in case of DAX can be obtained with a function that is called LineSTX. So if we take a look at the documentation of this function, LineSDX, we see that we can provide a table with the list of the values we want to compute, usually the list of the values for the x-axis. However, what we are going to get is a list of two arrays, at least two arrays, one that has the list of the expression for the y-axis and one that has the list of the expression for the x-axis. Now you see that this argument is repeatable, and we're not going to see how this works because actually this is out of the scope of the video, how to obtain the linear regression with multiple values for the x-axis. This is not what we want to do in this video. But I suggest that you take a look at the examples to see more advanced examples on how you could use the linear regression. In this case, we start with the two arguments, so expression y, expression x, which in our example correspond to what we have, and let's go back to the initial data, what we have in x and y axis for each position. So you see that we have basically 10 positions, and for each one we have a number that corresponds to the value on the x-axis, the number that you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the value for the average price. Of course, these values could be different. We could have a very different set of data. And just to give you a reference about which algorithms are implemented, what is the algorithm that is implemented by the linear regression function, we have links that also we included in the article for the least squares algorithm that is used by this function. And there is an interesting article on Wolfram, on the website Wolfram, where we have an explanation, a more detailed explanation with graphical representation of the algorithm that is used. So we're not going to see how this works. Our focus is that, okay, assuming that we know what we're doing and we want to use the result of the linear regression, because at the end we just want to display, and let me go back, we just want to display this chart. Our goal is to obtain a single measure that generates the value, the linear regression value that we see used to plot this line. This line is almost horizontal, but of course, in other cases, it could be very, very different. So let's take a look at the function LineSTX. And in order to see how this function works, I can create a table. So I go in modeling and I go in new table, because LineSTX is a function that manages a table and returns a table. And the easiest way to see that is to just try to execute this function, so LineSTX, where we want to compute for each value of the x-axis, for each value of the table, we want to provide the different data points. So first of all, we provide the table that we want to iterate. And let's start with all selected of the sales quantity, because in this case, our particular chart has this value on the x-axis. And you see that the second argument is the expression we want to provide on the y-axis. So for each row of the table passed in the first argument, we want to provide the expression on the y-axis. That in this case is the average price measure that we already computed before. And on the x-axis or the x-axis, we could have one or more values. In this case, we provide only one, which is exactly sales quantity. And we use the column reference in this case for sales quantity. LineSTX returns a table. So the result of LineSTX is not something we can use in a measure. Indeed, I created a table because I want to show that the result we have is a result that has multiple values. You see slope 1, intercept, standard error, slope 1, standard error, intercept, and so on. There are many information provided as the result of this algorithm. But of course, we need to create a single measure. What we have to do for the linear regression is that basically we have to create a formula that provides for a particular y. We want to resolve the formula that has x multiplied by the slope plus intercept. So this is what we want to get as a result. Now, if you look at the results provided by LineSTX, we have slope 1 and we have intercept, which corresponds to this, oops, I made a mistake, to this slope parameter that we multiply by the x value, and the intercept offset that we have to provide in this part of the formula. So the challenge at this point is that LineSTX returns a table, but we had to create a measure that uses two of the columns of this table in order to generate the result. So how can we do that? So if I copy this function in a measure, so let's go back to our initial design. You have already seen the solution, and I'm gonna create another measure to generate the same solution. So let's call this linear regression. I don't know if it is the same that I already used. Let's see if I can type this. And I type the same LineSTX. Now, this will return a table, and of course, this is not what we need. So what we do is we store the result of this linear regression measure into a variable. And maybe instead of line, I think we can just call it line. So line equal to LineSTX. Now, at this point, line is a table. We have seen before that line is a table that has multiple values. But what we need to get is the slope, which will have a value, let's store 0 at the moment, and intercept that we have to extract from the table that we obtained before. And at the end, we have to create a variable that is our y value, which is equal to x multiplied by slope plus intercept. So what is, and of course in the end we want to return y. Now what is our x? Again, we can create a variable to complete also this part, and our x is the value we have in sales quantity, but we are creating a measure, so the measure is evaluated in a particular position of the chart. We can use our selected value function that returns the value of sales quantity that is selected for the current position in the line chart, the current state of the filter context, basically. So whenever we have a single value for sales quantity selected, we have a value for x that is not blank. And now we have to extract from the line table we have defined here the value for slope and the value for intercept. Because we know that the table has only one row, what we have to do is just to extract the column that we need. And so we can do this with the function select columns. Select columns can get as a parameter the table that we want to pass, so in this case line, and the second argument is just the column that we want to return. So we can write, for example, slope is equal to the value of slope 1. Now, you see that actually this version of Power BI Desktop still doesn't recognize the result of LineSTX. And this could be confusing because actually you don't understand that slope 1 actually exists in the result. And actually, I don't need the column name. I just have to extract the column slope 1 from the result of line 1. I repeat this for also intercept, and of course, I replace this with the value of intercept. I don't remember if it is 1 or not, so let me save this measure. I go back to the table definition of table 3, where I define my table 3, and you see I have slope 1 and intercept as a name. So actually it should be correct. So let's go back to the measure that I define, and let's see what I have that is not valid. Oh, return t is actually return y. And now I click enter. You see that now that the yellow line disappears, the measure is valid. Even though I see these errors in the DAX editor of Power BI Desktop, this is a bug of the current version of Power BI Desktop that hopefully will be solved soon. So now let's go back to our chart. So my linear regression measure now should work. I put the linear regression function here, and I see my line displayed. So the main takeaway is the following. Let me recap. First of all, LineSTX returns a table. So because it is a table, the best way to understand how it works is to try to execute it in DAX Studio or in a table expression using a calculated table, just to see what is the exit name of the results, of the columns that we have in the result. Then when we have to consume these arguments, usually we use at least slope and intercept, but we might want to use the other if you have a more complex statistical calculation to implement. In the measure, we do exactly the following. We use a select columns to extract from the table that we stored in a variable, so we don't execute LineSTX multiple times, the value of the column that we want to extract. So this is the behavior of LineSTX, and LineSTX, like LineST, performs the calculation using the information provided. Usually we will use mainly LineSTX because we can control the table that we provide here. Otherwise, you always apply the calculation over the entire table and only providing column references instead of measures, like in this case, or just column reference like we did in this other case. So LineSTX, I think, is more common if you have to implement this calculation, but both LineST and LineSTX returns the same result, a table with one row, multiple columns we have to extract using select columns. So we have seen that the LineSTX function is a statistical function that provides multiple results. This function uses a single table with one row and multiple columns, and the best way to manage the results is to store the result of this function in a variable and then use select columns to extract the individual values from this table, this single row with the multiple results. Take a look at the documentation to see how to use the multiple parameters. For the linear regression, we usually only use 2 of the results, but of course, we have many more for more complex statistical evaluations. And as usual, enjoy DAX!